Hello everybody and welcome to another video. It's Horus Heresy Thursday and we got a pretty cool update. Looks like Shattered Legions and Black Shields are coming to the Horus Heresy. Let's check it out. Yes, so Shattered Legions and Black Shields are coming in the next expansion to the Horus Heresy for the Age of Darkness. So it's hard to believe that the campaign from the Age of Darkness can come close to savagery as the Siege of Terror, but there is one, and it's the Bit of Garmon. So Bit of Garmon, as everyone knows, is probably one of the largest battles during the Heresy that happened before they reached the solar system. It was a pretty brutal thing. This campaign has also been covered in AT. Adeptus Titanicus had a massive campaign book on Beta Garmon, and I believe the Black Library novels also had them as well. So as we can see, there's a brand new book, The Battle of Beta Garmon, the new and next campaign book, which is pretty exciting because the Siege of Chthoniya book was really, really good, and I'm pretty super excited for this. Going to be needing this for my shelf. So, following the pattern of the classic Black books of Siege of Chthoniya, the battle for Beta Garmon is loaded with background lore for the first embers of the raging fires at its conclusion. Sanguinius, Chekahite Khan are deployed to hold back the advance of Warmaster Horus, and forces from across the breadth of the Imperium are pitched into a battle that will leave billions upon the funeral pyres. It is a pretty brutal conflict. Along with its extensive story sections, the campaign books also include a wide variety of expanded rules content for all kinds of Horus Heresy players. Love it! Love it! The new Onslaught campaign system pits teams of players against each other in an effort to force a decisive battle to claim ultimate victory. This quick string of connected games is a great way to play out a campaign over a weekend, with a maximum of 6 games taking place before the final climactic confrontation decides it all. This is pretty good because I know that my local group have run quite a lot of narrative games, and they will play it over a day. They'll have a lot of single games, and then the final big massive game kind of decides that narrative arc for the story, which is really, really cool. Really, really nice to see some additional rules, and obviously Horus Ascended right in the middle of the page just looks so good. You can also theme your Onslaught campaigns after the events in the Garmon cluster, which adds additional campaign stratagems for modifying your forces pre-game, and tasks Loyalist forces with selling their lives as dearly as possible for more time to reinforce terror. Tracked by a clinically named mortification index, this gives Legion Loyalists a greater chance of seizing strategic advantage as their casualties mount. Cool. As an Iron Warrior player, don't care about those Emperor dogs. So, beyond the campaign itself, the Shattered Legions and the Black Shields return as playable factions. This excites me because I have a lot of Mark 6 Marines that I don't know what to do with. And I'm now potentially going to either be doing Shattered Legions with them or Black Shields. So, the survivors of the Drop Site Massacre and other disastrous battles, the Shattered Legion forces are an ad hoc armies comprised of troops from many different legions. Salamanders, Raven Guard and Iron Hands are more mixing together within their individual squads. This diversity makes for an extremely flexible and characterful rule set with a wide variety of special abilities depending on the predominant faction winning each unit. Advanced players can use these rules to customize their army to an unparalleled degree. I'm liking the sound of this. While these look for a rich narrative experience, can embrace the confusion of the early heresy by throwing caution to the wind and mixing their legions together at random. I'd just like to point out that that picture here with the Mark 6 and the Mark 3 side by side is mwah. And I'm looking forward to getting my Mark 3 for my Iron Warriors. But that really is nice. By contrast, we like contrast. Oh, look at that. They've got like World Eater heads and stuff on them. By contrast, the Black Shields have a more cohesive structure that can be used to represent the many independent warbands that prowled the galaxy. by the fugitives from the Legion they rejected or displaced Space Marines collected around a charismatic leader. These armies can be customized by selecting 2 oaths which set a distinct framework around which the warband is built, granting additional war gear options or abilities. I'm liking the sound of this. Now, the one thing that I was always not a big fan of with the Black Shields in first edition was the fact that they had this really weird armor. Rather than just have normal war gear like everyone else, they had this really weird armor that just wasn't as good as normal legionaries, and it made no real sense because they are just normal legionaries. But they had like a Marauder squad, which was more akin to a Chaos Space Marine squad in normal 40k than what it was in obviously 30k. But there's still more. Legendary heroes from the campaign get all new rules. Now, here's a little bit of an interesting. There has been a lot of rumours for Shadrach Mendelson from the Iron Hands getting a miniature. And he's just been mentioned here. So it kind of makes you think, are we going to see a miniature for Little Horus, Tybalt Mar, Shadrach Mendelson, and Endrin Har? Now, I would like Har because he's the World Eater who leads the Black Shields, and he's got a lot of audio books and things. He's a really, really cool character. I really hope that these models do get characters. I would also like Games Workshop not only to give models for these characters, but to also give some love to the other legions, such as the Iron Warriors, the World Eaters, and the Salamanders, and the Raven Guard. For a little bit of, you know, some Praetor models would be absolutely amazing. But we can hope and dream for that to ever happen. So a real treat for those who follow the events of the Beta Garmon through the Black Library series. There are rules for the Othian Heavy Sentinel revealed at the recent online preview, along with a few more treats for the Solar Auxiliary. So the Solar Auxiliary list is in the Imperial book, the Black Book, with alongside the Custody Guard. So you're going to need this book also to run your army. That's a little bit of a shame. I would have preferred them to have updated the Solar Auxiliary with a PDF, a free PDF, because people have already bought that book and running their armies, but you know, it is what it is. This epic campaign book is designed very much as a comparison piece to the first supplement of the Legions of Astartes, The Great Slaughter, which concretes on the huge sweeping battles of the campaign, while this one focuses more on character-driven narrative encounters. Very nice. And with the Sons of Horus and the Blood Angels as major players, their armor sets can really make your forces excellent. So cool. Obviously, this is to sort of promote those things as well, but this is exciting. Exciting times. Exciting times. I'm looking forward to this. So this is the next big campaign book. I'm really looking forward to this. This year for me is really to get back into the Horus Heresy. Literally, as I was on the internet painting up my Iron Warriors, this article popped up and I was like, I've just got to make a video on this. So super excited for that. Really interested to see if we are actually going to get miniatures for those characters. I'm really excited about the Black Shields. Like I said, I want to be moving all of my infantry that I have in Mark 6 to Mark 3 for my Iron Warriors. So I'm going to have a lot of Mark 6 infantry just sitting there doing nothing. So that for me gives me a perfect reason to do a Black Shield army with those miniatures. So yeah, super thumbs up for that. All in all, I'm really excited for this one, and I really can't wait. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited for this? Are you a little bit apprehensive? Are you a little bit annoyed that your Solar Auxiliary is going to be split over 2 books, 2 expensive books? Or are you super excited like me? And also, yes, as always, please subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 2,600. Holy crap, can't believe it. And yeah, keep subscribing for more. There's going to be a lot of Horus Heresy content coming very shortly. Now that I have all of the 2 black books in regards to Loyalist and Heretic for the Space Marines, I am going to be doing a series of videos starting off with how to get into the Horus Heresy and basically how to construct an army for Horus Heresy using obviously the rules in the rulebook. And then there'll be a video on each legion going through what's in these and explaining what their legion rules are, what their legion traits are, their war gear, and the rules for each of their units. And it'll be a little bit comprehensive, and we'll be touching a little bit on lore. It's something that I've never really done as a content creator, this type of video, so there's a lot of it to do, and I'll be working very, very hard to get these videos as best as I can. And obviously feedback will be really well, but we're going to be starting off with obviously how to get into Horus Heresy, and then we're going to be doing it in numerical order. So we're going to be going First Legion, which is obviously the Dark Angels. So yeah, any feedback on things that you want to see as well along that, please let me know, and we will jump in and get that done. But thank you very much to everybody who has supported the channel so far. It's been amazing, and please subscribe and check out my members area and my Patreon if you really want to. And yeah, thank you very much, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Goodbye for now.